Here's the thing. Should you only talk to prospects and ignore everyone else? Welcome back to the Solo to Entrepreneur Show. This is what we'll be talking about today. Is it money making or is it okay to talk to everyone else? Now, let me ask you this question. Who are you talking to in your business? Are you only speaking with prospects? Or are you building strategic relationships beyond the sale? Because here's the truth, or here's how I look at it. Your next big opportunity might not come from a prospect at all. It could come from someone who refers you, someone who trusts you, who knows you enough to refer you, someone who opens doors for opportunities, or someone you didn't even realize had the power to change your business trajectory. So should you only talk to potential clients, prospects, or should you expand your network? Let's break it down. But before that, here is a story. Just this week, I was just networking with new people, trying to understand who they were, if I could be of value, and if to understand the law of the local state. And that person was from a business group that I was wanting to join. Now, the question for me was, I know the seat as a business coach is or may have been applied for the other guy who was also a business coach. Now, what do you think of that situation? Is that a challenge for me to be fighting against that seat with this other business coach? The guy that I was talking to was a long member from the group itself, and he said, no, he has no chance. He's not going to be part of the group because we only want value people and we actually want you to be part of the group. Here's the thing. I asked the question, and I'm always not shy to ask the question. Why is that so? Because you never know. I could learn from it, right? I could bring forward that advice or that feedback from what I hear. His feedback was, when I walked through the door and I talked to him and asked him who he was, all he said was, yep, I am Mr. A. And that was it. And I said, I actually didn't know what he was doing, what his profession was on the first day. I had to actually look him up. So be clear of what you do. Be the expert in your field. But here's the truth, right? Your next big opportunity might not come from prospect at all. It could come from someone else who refer you, right? Remember all that key. So always put the best foot forward. So should you only talk to potential clients, or should you expand your network? Or should you try and sell towards another coach? Now let's break this down. The biggest networking mistake most entrepreneurs make, and here's the thing. I know of a coach, and she's a successful coach. Don't get me wrong, right? She's a successful coach that made her millions from someone that had no money at all, that was a drug addict, to making her millions. Now, she once told me, because I said, how do you make your success? How do you get the clients and prospects that you have? She told me, I only speak to prospects. I only speak to people that can give me money. And the rest are just not worth my time. At first, it made sense. I could see from her point of view. Time is precious, right? Time is precious. Why waste it on people who won't buy? But here's what I realized. This mindset is actually costing people growth. I know more people than she would in terms of business coaching, and people that could help her in the business, not give her money, but help her in the business in regards to marketing, business law, protecting her business, social media, all these things which she doesn't know. And of course, she had to ask around in terms of who would people recommend. But here it is, right? Studies show that 84% of B2B decision-making or makers start their buying process based on referrals and networking, not direct sales. I'm going to say it again. Business or studies show that 84% of B2B decision makers start their buying process based on referrals, introduction. 65% of businesses say their highest converting leads come from connections, not cold outreach. So if you're only talking to prospects, you're missing out on a lot, or a whole ecosystem of referrals, partnerships, and hidden opportunities. But here's the thing. Who should you actually be talking to? I should be talking to everybody. No, you're not. Networking isn't about randomly talking to everyone. It's about strategically engaging with people who can bring you value. If they just want to sell you and you know that they don't bring that value, then they're a time waster, right? Even though they're successful people. But if you can provide value and you could see that they're the kind of person that will give and take or return the favor, then they're worth pursuing. So here it is. First one, potential clients. Of course, you have to talk to potential clients, and potential clients means prospects. You need to nurture these relationships. It may not be an immediate sell, but the more you talk to them, the more you're interested in what they do, potentially, eventually, they will buy from you. And that's what happened to me. I've had clients where I know them for a while, and it's not really sell immediately. It's more of, here are my results and what I've done for myself and for my clients. And it's, I can help you if you want to, but I know it's your decision. I know you are on your journey towards success. It's up to you. It's your decision. You can come back to me if you're ready, or you can always look for somebody else that'd be more expensive, or maybe you don't know if they will be able to understand who you are, or be able to help you on a fast-paced journey, right? The second thing is industry connectors. There are people who know your ideal clients and can introduce you to. So these people know your ideal clients and can introduce you to. So for me, for instance, I am a business coach. The people I want to talk to are accountants, because accountants, they see a lot of small business owners, and they may be able to mention or suggest in order to improve their revenue. Maybe the best way is to see an option of speaking to a business coach, or let's say someone that is like traders, right? They traders in the business world. Maybe they know businesses that are open for the fact of having business coaches. You have to know people who connect with people, or your prospects in that sense. Experts in other fields. The way that I look at it is I coach solopreneurs and small business owners. That's my forte, but of course I do medium-sized businesses. Now I help solopreneurs and small business owners, and the thing is, I coach everybody, or I accept everybody that matches with me in all industries. So it could be startups, it could be coffee making, even though I'm not a barrister, it could be education, it could be whatever it may be. And what I do in my field, in order to be the expert in my field, is I connect with people outside of my field. So let's say traders, right? Electrician, it could be handyman, it could be people that are weird, like bank people, right? And the way I look at it is, think business lawyers, possibly marketing strategists. It's not that I want to sell them. It's not that, I want to buy from them. It's I need to know if they're reliable people that I can refer to and, help my clients, potentially, or possibly help me. CRM specialists, financial advisors, people who might not buy from me or from you, but can help your clients, can help my clients. And business collaborators, people with the similar audience but not competing services. Now you need to make sure that they are able to help you as well as you are able to help them. So it's bringing value towards each other. It's not stealing each other's clients, but it's working together and showing that you are a team. This is very important. When you collaborate with somebody, it's not because you're trying to find clients and that you want to tap into their clientele or their network. It's the fact that you need to be able to portray yourself as a team. So it's not I am the specialist. It's we can help you together. We are the specialists in our field, and there you get advice from both people, you get specialty from both people, but there are certain aspects depending on what you do where her specialty or his specialty is in this part of the business, or that part of the business, or this part of the project, right? Now, who should you avoid? Of course, time wasters, people who just want to chat, want to gossip, but add no value. People that just want to buy, but they're not willing to help and pay. It's all about them. You will know very quickly, right? The more people you talk to, the more you are able to pick where people are just possibly just all about them and they aren't able to give you value. Energy drainers, those who are always take but not give back, as I mentioned, right? And non-action takers, they love talking about business but never actually move forward. Now, How do you balance speaking with prospects and valuable connections without wasting time? I always look at my watch, and usually the maximum time will be an hour, and I always try and shorten it as much as possible because I'm trying to maximize my time. But here's a tip for you: qualify people fast. In the first few minutes, figure out if they're a prospect, a connector, or someone with no alignments. Lead with value. Don't just sell, ask. How can I support you? How can I be of value towards you? Be memorable. People refer those they remember. Stand out by being genuinely interested in their journey. And know when to say no. If someone is a time waster, politely exit the conversation and move on. So some of my biggest business opportunities didn't come from prospects. They came from relationships. Let's rethink networking. It's not just about selling. It's about positioning yourself as the expert, the go-to person, and the first name people think of when an opportunity arises. Do you only speak to prospects, or do you also connect with strategic partners? Now let's chat. DM me on Instagram or on an email at solopreneur2, the number 2 entrepreneur, and let's discuss your networking strategy.